Alright, welcome everybody to another special BDA Boxing film analysis. This is your host, Mr.BDA, and joining me in this very special episode, we got Recognize again, we got Gonzalo, and we got Bucho on the line. So
Let's do it.
that's right. We're gonna watch a couple of clips here. From Ruiz, Joshua, what both guys did right, what they did wrong, what they can capitalize on for the rematch. So without further ado, let's get started. We're gonna take a look at Ruiz here. I just want to show you something here real quick, guys. In this clip, highlighting two things: Ruiz's hand speed and his reaction time. Joshua leans in with a lead left hook. Ruiz pretty good at leaning back, good reflexes, leans back, catches him with a counter left hook, and then misses with the right hand. But man, that guy's, for a fatso, he's pretty quick.
Yeah. That's one of the things I've always liked about him. How he could throw those counter punches right back off the lean.
And that left hook is really, he's leaning back, but then he's able to counter and reset himself for the right. The right hand was the one that had more pop than the left hook. The left hook was really just to catch him with something to keep him in place for the right hand. But still, pretty good reaction time, pretty good ability from him to reset himself and get himself in balance. And then uppercut, left hook, and a right hook, and Joshua had to get the hell out of there.
He's already establishing that I'm gonna counter you off your lead jab or lead left hook.
Exactly. And here's another instance of Joshua doing something he did against Povetkin, which is, I'm gonna go to the body with my jab, really gonna jab that belly fat. But look at this. Look at Ruiz. Look at him, how focused he is. He's looking for the jab. He's focused on everything. Catches it with a nice little check hook there. So, like you said, right?
Sort of gets raised to the body, not full impact. So he did a good job in blocking the impact.
Yeah, more or less, I suppose. But the main point, though, is like you said, he's letting Joshua know every time you throw something, something's gonna come right back to you.
Right. As a counter puncher, that's how you're the most effective. You establish that early.
Absolutely. And then we have Ruiz. When he's coming back quicker, to where it's gotta have Joshua thinking, okay, how am I gonna react to that? What's my next move gonna be?
You mean have Joshua double think? Rethinking how?
Well, he's engaging and Ruiz is countering over his shots. So what's like you said, he stepped the hell out of there in that first clip you showed.
Right.
But moving forward and into this next fight, what's he gonna do different?
Why is Joshua trying to jab to the body from that close? And
I agree. He could have set it up better. What he could have done was do the jab a little longer, so that way he can throw the overhand right at the same time. Because at least you're throwing punches with the counter puncher, which makes him think. Like, okay, I also gotta worry about the overhand right as well.
Good point.
He's in perfect position to get countered. Boom, gets countered. Boom, right there.
That's a good point. That's a good point from Bucho too, that he was too close, way too close. Now in this clip, this is something interesting that Ruiz was doing. He jabbed pretty well, and look at how when he's jabbing. First of all, one thing I don't like about Ruiz, and we'll take a look at that later on, but he sort of telegraphs the jab a little bit, but because he's so quick. See that when he sort of pulls the shoulder forward, telegraphing that shot, but he jabs Joshua right on the throat. Look at that.
That hurts. I know, when you get hit to the throat, it hurts.
Man. It must, man. That's the best that's the best way to educate your wife as well, by the way, or your significant other. A nice little, you don't have to punch her, but just a nice little tap on the throat, like, hey, honey.
It's a little tap on the throat.
Yeah, exactly. Never hurt anybody. All right. Now here's another jab from Ruiz. So here, they both got hit with the jab. And again, you can see Ruiz sort of telegraphing it like I told you. But let's rewind a little bit, see how he got close in the first place. Look at his footwork. Inching closer. That's like what I do in a club when I see a girl getting drunk. I start getting closer little by little. And then boom, then I strike. Look at that. He got the jab in. He got hit, but...
Yeah, the hand speed was the one that pretty much gave him the advantage over the longer guy.
When you got two good fighters.
Joshua got there also recognized, but Ruiz kind of partially blocked it.
You know why they both got there? Because they both look at their foot. Look where it lands. when you're fighting when you're orthodox fighter, this is so important. In the middle, in between their legs, in between the legs, you're gonna hit. That's why they both hit each other.
It's a good
boxing 101, man. This is, this is two good fighters. They, you expect that from professionals. Look where their legs land, right in the middle. Both of them. I would say slightly in terms of foot position, AJ got the slight edge. Watch, maybe because he's just taller, right? But they both land. Ruiz does a good job of turning with that jab, where AJ's getting hit flush in the it looks like in the forehead.
Yeah, he's getting his head snapped back real bad in there. Then again, it was a heavy jab from both guys. Here's another instance. These are multiple jabs, I believe. Okay, yeah. So this is again. This time, Ruiz gets caught in here. They catch each other at the same time, as you can see here. This time it's Ruiz getting his head snapped back, but notice how he takes it and he comes forward and keeps coming forward. Gets a little bit too close, but nevertheless, he was able to catch Joshua with two jabs. And Joshua sort of blinking there, closing his eyes, covers up. And that's the hand speed again. Look at the hand speed from Ruiz. I mean, he's not content with just... Once he gets inside, he's not just going to throw one shot at a time. He's going to try to go with multiple shots. Now, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't beautiful, but hey, he's letting... It's all about... It's a mental thing. It's letting Joshua know, I'm here on the inside. I'm going to try to throw everything I've got and just catch you. I'm going to clip you.
And I like that jab that Ruiz throws up, where he's making him blink to the forehead, to the eye region, because it gets him to close his eyes, to where when you got quick hands like Ruiz, you could come with the shot right after that.
Right. It's a good point. It's a very good point. Here we have a clip of Ruiz throwing. Okay, he didn't land it, but it was a bit of a preview of what he was gonna be able to pull off later on. Deception. Look at how he it's a throwaway shot, feint sort of shot. Yeah, I would say it's more of a throwaway shot with a left hook. Joshua opens up, trying to first of all, he overshoots himself with his right hand, trying to parry that shot. So he's wide open here. He tries to come in with a left hook, and he catches it on the temple. See that? Wide open. He got caught by surprise.
It's like a grazing shot.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't take it flush though, right on the temple. Could have been trouble. Look, so it's deception from Ruiz, showing you he's got some streaks. What?
He thinks it's gonna be... Joshua thinks it's gonna be a straight right or what?
He thinks it's a left hook. Yeah, he's watching for the right hand, but he got distracted by the left hook, and that's why he tried to counter with his own left hook, because he was seeing the right hand coming, but Ruiz again
left hand up. First of all, he has to drag it all the way from he's trying to throw a left hook. Joshua is, and his left hand is low, so he has to pull it back up, and then, I mean, that's kind of stupid, man.
Well, Ruiz is noticing that. That's why he threw that throwaway punch, like a phantom punch, so he can throw that overhand right.
Yeah,
he had the right intentions. It just sort of grazed. Hits him, but it's not what he was looking to do. He was looking to catch him flush.
Yeah, and I actually think that's one of the first shots of that nature that he throws, so he's barely trying to get a read on it. I don't think he did it with full confidence. He threw it with authority, but confidence in zeroing the shot at the exact place that he needed to. Because like Bucho said, that was kind of like an overhand. It wasn't a straight. It was a grazing blow. So next time, maybe he's trying to see how he's going to handle that and how Josh is going to react to it.
And you can see that Ruiz, he's not just going in there to pressure and throw shots. I mean, he's setting them up the proper way. Now here is again Joshua going to doing the right thing, going up and down. But if you're the taller fighter, usually you don't want to do this. And again, he throws another jab to that big belly, and he gets countered. He's wide open for that jab. Quick hands.
And it's still even though he's shorter, remember that's still 260 pounds of jab coming at you.
That's right.
So that's why he's able to he's able to snap AJ's neck a little bit. Look right there. You see how AJ's neck goes back a little bit?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Boom. It's a strong jab.
Now this is the downfall of Joshua. This is where it all went wrong for him. He went in there trying to trying to finish my boy Ruiz, my little boy, and he threw a 1-2. Again, this is what we're talking about before we started recording the episode. He missed with the right hand. Look at him. He's wide open because he's overshooting that, overcommitting. And again, it's also because Luis made him miss. Look at this. Another little lean back. He's very real. This, you got to give Luis credit. This was immediately after the knockdown. He's pretty relaxed. He's keeping his eyes on the target, on what Joshua's doing. Lean back. Look how he leaned back just enough on his back foot. And this is what we were talking about. You overshoot with that right hand. Boom.
Ooh.
But this wasn't the shot, by the way, that did it. Because he got caught, missed with the right. Joshua still willing to trade. And this... Remember what I told you guys about the right hand? How he keeps it... He doesn't pin it to his chin. You see, it's not pinned to his chin. He's leaning... He's pulling it away from his chin. And that's how he got caught. Look at this.
That's the perfect shot. That's the perfect shot you want to hit your man with.
Can you rewind that shot, BDA? Because I want to see what... Because he avoided a shot. And as he dipped down to miss... to get away from that shot.
Right.
Ruiz came down to the left side. He came down to the left side. So he ducked, then he came over.
He sprung
with the left hook.
Exactly. Yes. He ducked down. Now he's got his weight. He look at how he turns that left foot. He sits down, so he's generating power right there. Now all he has to do is turn, waboom, and that's all she wrote. Now here he's a little bit off balance, but he's going for the kill. Remember, he just got dropped a couple of seconds ago himself, so he wants to get some payback. Now here, the hand speed, that's the problem right here. Joshua is all over the place. He doesn't know how to react, and it was a clubbing right hand. Boom. Look at Joshua's legs. God,
they're already that he was going down before the punch even hit him. Watch.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's going down.
Ruiz did a good job.
Ruiz is holding him.
He followed through, but like you said before, that Joshua puts on those earmuffs with his hands that he holds to his side. I think Ruiz would have actually had more success with straighter shots if he would have mixed it up.
Yeah, but again,
the knockout.
You got to remember he
would have got cleaner shots in there.
It's true.
Remember, Ruiz is reacting at this point because remember he just got dropped. He sees the opportunity. So what he wants to do is get his get back, and his get back was off the counter, pulling all his body weight with that lead left, and that's basically what caused the knockdown. Everything else that you're seeing is Joshua trying to hold on because he knows he's going to go down.
Exactly. Now this is the follow-up to that knockdown. This is I highlighted. The way I named this is called jab and hand speed because we're going to look at some of Luis's hand speed. Look at that. I mean, look, he missed. He caught Joshua with a jab. Joshua with his hands down. It's the third round. He's already fucking out of breath. Catches the jab. They both trade. But then, whereas Joshua throws a 1-2, Ruiz follows it up 1-2-3. See that? He got his own. He smothered his own work right there. But that's the whole thing. He's willing in an exchange. He's gonna add an extra 2 shots to every one that Joshua throws.
Yeah, you could tell that Ruiz is the more experienced boxer in the way they let off their punches. Like you said, Ruiz, when he gets in, he's looking to throw more than one shot. Where Joshua is kind of like picking his shots. That's because Ruiz is a more experienced fighter, which means he's a more experienced puncher than AJ.
Yeah, it's interesting you would say that he's more experienced because right away people would say, well, wait a minute, Joshua has better competition, but that's not what you're saying. What you're saying is he probably inspiring, he's probably doing more of this type of work and in the midst too. And I think he even started boxing earlier than Joshua did. I might be wrong on that. So
I mean, you could beat a more experienced fighter because you just have natural talents like strength, height. But if you get him into a boxing fight of thinking, where you gotta just let off on the fly, Ruiz is gonna win that battle.
Exactly. Yeah, because I think he's been boxing too, way before, right. More than Josh. So that's what you mean by experience. Because I just wanted to clear that up because people would say, well, wait a minute, Joshua's got the better position. That's not what. This is a different type of fight. This is the Ruiz's fight as well. So that's where we
Right.
talk about the experience. Well, take a look at this clip here. He's still willing to trade because he believes in his power. So he paused with the jab, but Ruiz, again, reflexes. He knows something's coming. He's watching. He's waiting for something to come forward. So they trade right hands. Ruiz throws up like a weird jab, but he tucks his chin in. And again, look at Joshua overshooting that right hand. Right there,
Yep.
he's waving, and he gets caught with a nice, crisp clubbing right hand. Like those are the ones
Look
that
where, look where AJ plants his foot. Like, that's bad. Look at that. Look. You're right in. Okay, you actually get there first with the punch, but it's enough for a fast reflex fighter like Ruiz to stop and see it and let it go by. Look, he's gonna let that overhand right go by. Boom. Because look where fucking AJ's foot is at, where his lead foot is at.
But you see,
You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. That's not where you want to be as the tall guy.
Okay, yeah, as the tall guy, yeah, because if you want to go to the body, that's usually where you want your foot to be. But you're
Right,
saying,
he's gonna go to the body, but he goes with the overhand right. Look at that.
yeah, you're
It's
right.
a mistake. You want to go there if you're gonna throw a hook, a lead hook, but no, he doesn't. He doesn't throw a lead hook. He throws the overhand right, misses.
He's gambling on that right
That's
hand too.
Yeah,
because pretty much you can say this was they traded on the inside. Okay, they were both on the inside,
and look how he
and by the
hurt.
time Joshua gets his shit together, it gives Ruiz too much time to land more shots. So
Yep.
I don't think Joshua can fight like this in the next fight. He can't throw power shots on the inside to where he's giving a lot of time for Ruiz to react, because he's going to be sitting in the pocket a split second too long.
Mhm.
Look, when you're fighting, you don't have time to know where your foot's gonna land. It's instinct. It's what you need to do is fight long. If he was fighting long, he doesn't put himself in that position.
Yeah, he can't put himself in that. He's not. If he puts himself in that position, his best thing to do is throw power shots, but he's gonna be there to get countered.
Hey, by the way, here's another. This is the second knockdown, and this is Gonzalo. This is where you pointed out that Ruiz could benefit from a couple of straight shots. Well, take a gander at this beautiful combination. Whoopsie daisy. Hold on a second. Let me rewind that. See that? Straight shots, and it was actually a straight right hand. Let's rewind that. It was a final right hand that ended up doing the damage. But guys, comment about this. Look at this. He jumps in with the left hook.
Yep.
Joshua stepping back, stepping straight back.
Stepping
by
back
the way.
because he's fucked. Yeah. He has no choice there.
Yeah,
Boom.
he looks like he has no choice there at that point.
Straight shots.
Yep.
He's just reacting to the offensive, and he's just backing up. And at this point, I mean, sure, we can analyze this, but the guy's out, man.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I was gonna say? The reason, look, there's not really much to take there. It's just one guy not doing anything, and Ruiz saying, "Okay, you're not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let off shots." Boom.
Yeah,
Boom.
like
Yeah.
that. Why is Ruiz gonna do this in round one? You know what I mean?
Even if Joshua decided to attack, Ruiz will still walk through that attack, even
Yeah.
though he hits really hard on Joshua,
You know what,
and
Gonzalo?
give him more
It's
chance
smart.
to counter. Yeah.
It's smart of Ruiz to notice that you're not doing anything, so I'm gonna start throwing punches. That's also part of being a smart boxer, is understanding when to let your shots off.
Mhm.
And that's one of them.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. And Gonzalo also makes a good point that even if at this point Joshua would have thrown something, Ruiz senses that Joshua is hurt, so he would be willing
Yeah.
to take a big shot and let off three, knowing that Joshua's hurt. But look at this, just one final note on this clip. Look at how Joshua finds himself in the worst position possible, leaning back as the taller man against the ropes, chin open. I mean, hands down, chin up in the air, and he just eats this big right. And that's where he's looking at the ref too. Look at this, or is his corner? I think. Yeah, I think he's looking at his corner. Like Bucho said, he can't clinch, and look at him like a drunk. Now in this clip, you can see this is right after the knockdown, the round of the knockdown. So this is the fourth, I believe, and Ruiz comes out for the kill. But you can see Joshua. This is what he's gonna have to do. He got caught with a left hander, but he's gonna have to keep Ruiz turning when Ruiz tries to go for the kill. See how he Look at Joshua's right foot. Pulls it back so he can pivot off of it. Again, does the same thing here, doing a little bit of a shuffle, a bit of an ollie shuffle, blocks the right. And see that Ruiz spent about 5 or 6 good bullets, and he cannot do this throughout 10 seconds for a space. So now see how he has to reset, and he says, okay, now I know. That's how Joshua is supposed to use his height. Just move, block, extend your arms, do a bit of what Deontay Wilder did with Ortiz when Ortiz had him hurt, and you'll do fine. I'm just gonna because again, we're watching what Ruiz did right and what Joshua did wrong. Look at it again, jabbing right to the chest. This is what I always wanted to see guys do against Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly. Jab him to the chest, jab him to the stomach, on the throat, like we saw earlier. Maybe in the nutsack too, if you get the chance, even if you get a point penalized. But again, you guys get what I'm saying. Is do whatever. If you can't hit the chin, hit everything else. It hurts if you're hitting a guy with 10-ounce gloves. It's gonna hurt. You see Ruiz here, sort of telegraphing that jab a little bit. See that? How he pulls it back before throwing it. So Joshua is able to see it. He steps back. He's doing everything right, more or less. He wants to counter over that jab, but look at how Ruiz turns his body to the side, making himself a smaller target, if that's even possible for him. But he does indeed. He like you said, recognize, he dips down, so he's at a different angle. He pulls that left elbow up. So the right hand could have touched him on the temple, but he did a good job of deflecting it, and boom, out of the way, out of trouble. So he scored. No, he didn't score with the jab, but neither did he take that right hand. So pretty sneaky moves there from Ruiz. All right, so you see Joshua doing something that he had some success doing early in the fight, as we're gonna see when we analyze his clips. Lead left hook, but again, Ruiz, very good reflexes. Leans back, puts his weight on his back foot, and catches him. Not with a right hand, but with a check left hook. Boom, flush in the face. It's almost like a slap, bitch slap.
Yeah.
There you go, bitch. Boom. And again,
at this point, it's becoming easier for Ruiz to counterpunch him.
Yeah, because Joshua's not setting anything up. It's okay. It's a lead left hook, but
exactly. And all I gotta do is just look at the footwork and to understand that he's not setting anything up. He's just there to get hit right back.
Now, but is he in good position here though with the feet, or Joshua? That is.
Okay, look. Go back right there. Go back.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Pause it for a second.
Well, I can't pause it. This is the best.
Okay, no, you can't pause it. All right. When you're fighting an orthodox fighter, you're an orthodox, he did the right thing, but he's not in position. He's not understanding that Ruiz is not going to give him that. Ruiz is going to lean back, boom. You see how he comes back?
Right.
So throw a more straight jab. Why is he hooking with the
yeah,
and then bringing
punch
it
to
down.
get there faster,
and then bringing it down. He doesn't bring it back up. Like look on top of that.
So you're right.
Yeah, that's true,
exactly
man.
That's exactly what he's doing. So it's allowing him to get. This is why I say it's becoming easier now for Ruiz to counterpunch him on instinct. This is on instinct. He's just like, look, I see what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do. Yeah. It's not going to work with me. You're going to get punched.
Yeah, with the legs right there, Ruiz is imposing the tempo to, like, if Joshua wanted to throw an effective straight punch, all he needs to do basically is turn left and change the angle, then shoot a straight punch down the middle.
Yeah.
As he is rearranging his body position to face, as we're looking to the camera, face forward.
This is again, we saw how many times Ruiz has been jabbing, right? 5-6 times now in a row, to the body, to the chest, to the throat. Now that Joshua is expecting something else, look at Ruiz here. Boom. Switching it up. He even sort of feints a little bit with the left. He sits down. He allowed, by the way, it's Joshua. Is it me, or did Joshua allow him to get that close? Let's see if I can play that back here. Because he's in range.
Yeah, I mean, Joshua's a little bit intimidated. So, yeah, he is allowing him to get closer.
Look at this. He didn't even throw a jab. It's all just a lead right hand. Boom.
He's trying to counter, but he's afraid to commit. He's mentally shook now.
Yeah.
Although he did a good job of stepping around Ruiz. See that? That's what he's gonna have to do in the rematch. Keep Ruiz on the outside, keep him lunging, and see that from this position now they have to reset. and that would be to Joshua's advantage. Again, he sort of feints a little bit as if he's about to throw a jab, comes in with a lead right, but again, he doesn't land it, and he overshoots, and he's open. Again, that's what Ruiz is looking for. Look at that. He's looking for that left hook.
Always a left hook. Huh? Well, yeah.
And he gives Joshua a little bit of a taste of his own medicine by controlling him there with the left hand. He didn't whack him. I thought he was going to whack him there. Could have whacked him. I would have whacked him. So that's what Joshua cannot do in the rematch. Stop loading up.
You know what it seems to me? Ruiz was never at a position not to punch.
Very good point. Very good.
He always seems in position against Joshua to punch. And that's what's causing Joshua all the fits.
Yeah, and the hand speed. He's able to close that distance. And speaking of closing distance, because this is one big point of contention, because we're talking about how well he's doing counterpunching. But if Joshua does get on the back foot, look at what Ruiz can do when leading too. He comes in here, jabs to the chest, tries to get a jab on the throat again, and then boom. And again, Joshua with that low left hand trying to set up the up jabs like he did against Povetkin. But this is not 40-year-old Povetkin. This is Ruiz, and boom! Look at that. Did not
look at all that jello.
All that jelly, no toast. But look at that. Boom.
Oh yeah.
So if he
I wonder if those shots to the throat kept him keep putting his gum shield out of his mouth.
Well, maybe, you never know. Speaking of going with the same theme of the counters, here's Joshua still intent on jabbing to the body, which I still maintain, which makes sense on paper. It makes sense on paper. Hey, listen, up and down, up and down.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
But he's bad at doing it. He's not even a snappy jab. It's like a.
But you know what his mistake?
Can see it coming. Yeah.
The mistake is he's leaning forward. Look at that. He's bending at the waist. You're not supposed to bend at the waist to do that.
No, Ruiz is saying at this point, thank you.
Yeah.
Again, Bucho, to your point, you said he doesn't know how to clinch. Take a look at this sequence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he just lunges in.
He's not even a clinch, man.
He's way off position.
Ruiz still has the right hand free. Oh my God! Did he still? he got out of the clinch because he's not even a clinch, man. Oh,
he got him good there. You can see he's
left hook to the body. Oh,
he's wincing. Anthony Joshua.
Look at his face, man.
And he's
at this point, he's got him all fucked up. He's got him.
That body shot hurt him. Actually, that body shot hurt him.
But it all comes from the third round. BDA. For me, it all comes from the third round.
More or less. But you have to give Ruiz credit because, like you said, he's doing everything. I mean, it's hard to tell how much. Is it because Josh was concussed a little bit? Is it because he got sidetracked by that knockdown? It's still in his mind. But you still have to give Ruiz credit because he's the one controlling the fight. You know what I mean? It's
he's controlling the fight because he knew what he wanted to do when feeling him out.
Right.
And okay, he got dropped, a little glitch in his matrix, right? He got dropped in the third round. He gets back up and he's still doing what he wants to do. I'm gonna throw punches with this dude because I know I'm gonna hit him first.
Mm-hmm.
Gets him hurt and just capitalizes on that.
And credit to Ruiz when he got off the canvas that he continued to trade with Joshua, because I think any other fighter, and even just to think that I got knocked down, my first instinct would be to step back and get away from the guy that's trying to take me out.
I want to show you this is a very important punch, man, because we saw Ruiz slightly hurt Joshua before with a nice left hook to the body, but this right hand to the body is what I think also took something out of him. Steps in, nice torque on the shot. Boom! Look how he bends him over. See that? By the way, listen, guys, we're almost done with the Ruiz thing here. So let's just, I think I can finally get to the video to play here. Boom. Again, this is the beginning of the end, guys. Joshua still with the fucking lead left hook. They both tried to parry. They both thought the jabs were coming in. So you can see them parrying here. They trade left hooks. They both land. This time it's Joshua taking it right on the chin. Ruiz too. Joshua's actually looking back at him like, wait a minute, you took that? Look at him. He's like, wait, what? You're still standing? Look at it. Oh shit. And then this happens here. Boom.
But
Yeah, you can also see that on the inside, Joshua's the one that's wider in the exchanges. He's the
Exactly.
one that's more open.
Mm-hmm.
Those big ass.
Boom, 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 boom.
Holy shit! It's Mike Tyson there. Fuck.
That's hand speed.
Look at that shit. Boom. Boom.
It's the straight punches out of the whole combinations. The ones that are landing are those. Well, the hook's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The hook's awesome, but the straight right there.
Yeah.
Boom, straight shot.
Oh, look at what Joshua. He's looking at the look.
Hold on.
Look at his
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah, because I have to rewind this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Boom.
look at one face.
Boom.
AJ.
Yeah, he's out. He's out there. Look at that.
Fuck, he's
He's
out
looking away.
after the right hand. Jab, right.
That's why when I hear people say he quit, I'm like, quit, bro. You got
No, he
beat
was
up.
out. Exactly, man.
You don't have the ability to quit when you're getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
You're everywhere.
Well, this is the end here. Look at how Ruiz just doing everything right. Leans back, gets caught. Okay, takes another little step back, making him miss. Again, Joshua overshooting the distance with that left hook, missing, drops the left, gets caught with a left hook, right hand missed, and he. Yeah, look at that. He didn't even get hit. It was just exhaustion.
Because he was already hurt.
Exactly.
And Ruiz is so calm. Look how calm when he's backing up. He's so calm. He doesn't have no
stuff.
stress. He doesn't feel the stress. Boom. Just
Textbook stuff.
This is just putting the work in the gym, paying off.
That's true. That's a very good point. Now, guys, let's take a little break. You're still good to go?